Calling pages 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Raven Keene, Antonio Washington, Denzale Lee, Sean Jackson, Antwain McDuffie, Howard Cavitt, Lamont Butler. C371483. Appearances, please.
Winner, Nick Portz for the state.
Brian Rutledge with Mr. McDuffie on custody.
Okay,
Jeff Nicholson, Howard Cavitt,
check.
in custody.
Amy Chief on behalf of Mr. Butler, who's president in custody.
All right.
Robert Langford, bar number 393.
Robert Drastovich on behalf of Mr. Jackson, president on my left, in custody.
Mr. Green, are you online with us?
Mr.
I'd be happy to stand in.
Mr. Green, can you hear us?
I can hear you now, ma'am. Yes.
Perfect. I will make Mr. Green's appearance for him. He is present for Mr. Washington online. And then Mr. Langford, my understanding is that you were standing in for Mr. Hendron who had to run to Henderson. Is that
I
correct?
will, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, perfect. We've got everyone's appearances. We are on for a continued arraignment. Well, actually, the arraignment occurred. We are here first to set a trial and to talk about severance of the matters. Has there been a discussion regarding that amongst the parties?
I believe the parties are in general agreement that we're going to divide up the Las Vegas crew and the California crew, with Ms. Queen serving, being charged in both cases. So that would be Mr. McDuffie and Mr. Jackson.
Okay.
We would sever out their case from the remaining defendants. Ms. Queen will remain charged with them in the cases, and she's charged with.
Okay. So if I'm understanding you correctly, the following counts would be severed out from the original case. 6, 7, 8, 25, 9, 10, 24, 11, 12, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29.
I believe that is correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I will file an amended pursuant to that.
Separating two different ones out. Okay, so then we have regarding Mr. McDuffie, who's present in custody, Mr. Rutledge, and we have Mr. Draskovich for Mr. Jackson, as well as Mr. Langford for Ms. Queen on that case. Did you three talk about trial dates?
As far out as we can set it, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. I'm gonna just keep it on the homicide stack, even though it's not a homicide case, so don't, I mean, nothing by that, it's just that as the year, I might be changing assignments, and I do wanna keep both sides of this case. Okay, so, the next stack that we'd be looking at for that would be the 415 to 513 stack of 2024.
That would work.
413 of what?
415 of 2024, or anywhere all the way up to 513 of that stack.
Your Honor, the April portion, I have a previous commitment, so,
May 6th,
yes, Your Honor.
we look at that. All right, we will set that case for May 6th, unless I hear any objection. Hearing none.
Can I just have 1 second?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
All right, so McDuffie, Jackson, and Queen, their portions and those counts that I just read out are set for trial on May 6th, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. with a calendar call of April 30th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Or they're all, yes, at 9 a.m. I think that's it then for Mr. Drastovich and Mr. Rutledge. That's it today, unless there's anything else we need to address from your perspective.
Your Honor, as a housekeeping matter, because I think the state said they were going to file amended, will they assign a new case number, Nick?
Is it gonna be a new case number?
Office of Attorney Counsel was asking.
I will have to review that. I'll be in touch with the court and defense counsel, and we'll file the appropriate amended charging documents to reflect that. If it's a new case, we'll let you know.
Unclear.
Unclear, okay.
Sounds good.
That was
Like everything.
I understand.
much faster way of saying it.
That's okay. All right, so keep working on that issue. And then the other defendants are going to remain set for this case. That would be Ms. Queen, Mr. Washington, Mr. Lee, Mr. Cavitt, and Mr. Butler. So I do have all attorneys present for all 5 of those.
Did you
say May 20? I couldn't hear you because you talked. May.
May 6th is their trial date, but you don't have to be present for that.
Yes, I thought you were talking. The next group I'm in is.
Okay, so do we want to set that after or before? Say,
After, Your Honor.
Okay, so then let's look at the next stack, which would be, or either we could, well, June 24th all the way to July 22nd.
June preferable for Washington, Your Honor.
Okay, then June 24th, does that work for everyone?
Seems to, yes.
I have a hair appointment.
We'll reschedule it for you, Mr. Langford, thank you. Does that work for the state?
Your Honor, my only concern, I'm usually out of the jurisdiction for the week of the 4th, July 4th.
Okay,
I anticipate this would go into a second.
and then, so we would have the week of the, did you want to do the 8th?
Of July,
Yeah,
that would be fine, or a week earlier.
okay, I could maybe do it 6/17 if that works better, if that works for all the parties.
That does not, I apologize.
Okay,
So the later,
6/17.
6/17, sorry,
6/17 is fine, Your Honor.
6/17 just got rejected by the other parties. Does 7/8 work for you?
Yes, sir.
7/8 is fine, Your Honor, at your discretion.
All right, anyone else have any objection to 7/8? Hearing none, I'm going to set that trial with those, Mr. Sheets just looking at
I
me.
was getting ready to.
Oh.
I'm out of, depending on how long it goes, I'm out of the jurisdiction the last 10 days of July into the first 10 days of August.
We're going to try to make that work. I think we can perhaps get it done in that time frame still, by July 21st, maybe? Does that work? All
So
right,
we need 2 weeks. We need to block out that 2 weeks.
perfect, 2 weeks is good. We're gonna do it in 10 judicial days, perfect. All right, July 8th, 2024, the calendar call, July 2nd, 2024 at 9 a.m. for the calendar call, 9:30 for the jury trial. At this time, we're going to move to the state's request to revoke bail. State, did you want to be heard any further regarding that?
I will submit on our pleadings. I know Mr. Green did file an opposition. I would just hope that Mr. Washington's DNA is actually found on tape at the crime scene, the same tape that was used to find these victims as they were beaten that ultimately led to the death of one of the two victims inside the house. So we requested no bail based on what we've written in the draft.
All right, I do note for the record, Mr. Green did file an opposition. I'm just going to make a blanket statement that when I considered the bail in all of these cases, I did know the precarious position, or the precarious health conditions of the now decedent in this case. And ultimately, I set bail very high in this case to be a preventative detention order. It appears as though that has not changed. They still remain all in custody. At this point, I'm going to deny the motion to revoke bail, as these bails are sufficiently high, I believe, at this point. And so the bails will stay the same as previously set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Aaron.
We're gonna do a status check on the 5 co-defendants in 60 days to make sure that you have all of the discovery, and keep that on, 1 second, sorry. So we'll do a 60-day status check on the homicide calendar,
That's January 16th at 9 a.m.
and then Mr. Lee had a question.
Excuse me, but I wanted to know is our bill staying the same for
It's the same.
600 or 1.2?
It's the same as it was previously set when you first appeared to me, so it'd be your
Thank you,
$600,000
ma'am.
bail. Okay,
Uh-huh.
all right. Anything further from either party, any party?
Your Honor, I'm sorry, you're gonna set a 60-day date?
60-day date would be January 16th.
And I might request one further date later.
Sure, we're going to definitely be doing normal status check, kind of like
Is that 116
Sir, 115.
116. 116.
And we're not doing one for the 3 seconds.
No. They all left.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Green. All right. I hope you're able to work out your situation. All right. Let's